Why do so many of us live as if shackled by invisible chains, too afraid to think for ourselves? Following prefabricated paths laid out by others, repeating inherited truths like parrots mimicking sounds, clinging to routines that suffocate our deepest desires, all in exchange for fleeting comfort. It's easier to obey than to create, simpler to agree than to question. But at what cost? We inhabit an age where freedom is celebrated with banners and slogans, yet true authenticity has become a rare gem buried beneath layers of conformity. We are surrounded by countless voices, media, society, peers, but have we forgotten the most important one? Our own. Friedrich Nietzsche, the philosopher armed with a hammer, confronts us with a brutal truth. The vast majority of humanity lives like a herd, not because they lack intelligence or ambition, but because they fear their own freedom. They dread becoming who they truly are. What does Nietzsche mean by living like a herd? It's not merely being part of a group, it's adopting an internal attitude of passivity, going with the flow, accepting values without scrutiny, living to please others rather than oneself, avoiding the discomfort of standing apart. The herd doesn't seek truth, it seeks safety, belonging, and the illusion of certainty. Nietzsche argued that this herd mentality is nurtured by what he called a slave morality, a value system that glorifies humility, sacrifice, obedience, and conformity, not because these qualities are inherently virtuous, but because they keep individuals docile, predictable, and controlled. And why do we accept this moral straitjacket? Because real freedom is terrifying. True freedom demands responsibility, the courage to face the abyss of uncertainty, to shape your life from raw chaos. As Nietzsche famously declared, "He who cannot obey himself will be commanded." And most people willingly hand over their sovereignty, bowing to external voices while silencing their inner ones. This herd-like existence, according to Nietzsche, is nothing less than a form of disguised nihilism. Not the active nihilism that boldly stares into the void, but a passive nihilism that chooses ignorance over insight, numbing the soul with endless distractions, societal expectations, and hollow routines. It's a constant flight from oneself. How often do we say yes when every fiber of our being screams no? How often do we suppress our talents, avoid necessary conflicts, or betray our dreams just to maintain superficial peace or gain acceptance? Nietzsche saw this self-enslavement as tragic. The bars of this prison aren't made of iron, they're forged from fear, guilt, and internalized social pressures absorbed since childhood. Each time we force ourselves into this mold, we extinguish a spark of our will to power, that vital creative force yearning to burst forth and express itself. Faced with this suffocating repression, Nietzsche issued his most electrifying call: become who you are. This isn't an invitation to selfishness or reckless individualism. It is a summons to embark on the deepest, most honest journey of self-discovery. Who are you beneath the roles you play, the titles you hold, the masks you wear to please others? What do you desire before any filter of societal approval distorts your vision? Ask yourself the hard questions. Is your life truly yours, or is it a script handed to you by someone else? Are your choices driven by conviction or fear of displeasing? Are your beliefs the result of careful investigation or mere inheritance? Nietzsche didn't want easy answers. He wanted you to become a living question. That nagging discomfort inside you, that silent scream echoing through your days, that's your dormant potential calling you. That is your soul telling you that the life you've settled for is too small for the greatness within you. Will you answer the call? This journey out of the herd is the timeless hero's journey, retold across myths and cultures throughout history. Nietzsche captured its essence poetically in Thus Spoke Zarathustra. To leave the village's false security, to cross the desert of the unknown, to face the monsters within, our fears, doubts, guilts, and perhaps return transformed, this is the path to liberation. He described this transformation in 3 stages, 3 metamorphoses of the spirit. The camel, bearing the crushing weight of traditions, norms, and obligations. Thou shalt, says the world, and the camel submits. The lion, roaring, I will, with defiant courage, rejecting imposed values, conquering freedom by destroying old structures. The child, a symbol of innocence, renewal, and boundless creativity. The child doesn't just reject the past, it creates new values, forging its own sacred yes to life. This is the overman, Übermensch, not superior to others, but transcending who one once was, a creator of meaning in a meaningless world. But how does one begin this daunting journey in practice? Nietzsche didn't offer a step-by-step guide, but he left behind clues we can transform into tools. Radical self-observation. Watch your thoughts and actions without judgment. Ask yourself, is this coming from me or is it automatic? Is it born of fear or authentic desire? Philosophical journaling. Write to excavate your soul. Question your strongest beliefs. Is this value mine or was it handed down to me? Daily creative acts. Break the monotony. Change a routine. Speak a truth you've silenced. Take a small risk. Creativity is the ultimate affirmation of life. Conscious silence. Amidst the cacophony of modern life, carve out moments of total stillness to reconnect with your inner voice. Embodied courage. Take deliberate steps outside your comfort zone. Say no when needed. Choose your path, even if it feels uncertain. Courage grows through action. When you begin shedding the masks of the herd, a void emerges. At first, it may seem frightening, a gaping chasm threatening to swallow you whole. But this void is where true purpose takes root. Not an external goal dictated by societal standards, success, wealth, approval, but an inner alignment between who you are and what you do. Nietzsche believed that this alignment arises when we stop seeking validation from others and start listening to our deepest nature. Often our purpose hides in what we fear most, our wounds, shadows, and untapped potentials. By facing and integrating all aspects of ourselves, we alchemize lead into gold, uncovering our unique direction. Leaving the herd isn't selfishness. It is an act of profound courage that sends ripples far beyond your immediate circle. When you live authentically, even quietly, you become a beacon of possibility. Your example challenges the status quo and inspires others to follow suit. You don't need to preach or convince anyone, simply be. So I ask you now in the comments below, what aspect of the herd mentality, what social mask, do you feel ready to shed today? Your step forward might ignite the next person's journey. If Nietzsche's message resonates with you, if it stirs something deep within, leave a like, subscribe, and join me on this ongoing quest for awakening. Together, let's reclaim our power to create, to question, to become. Nietzsche showed us the thorny yet liberating path out of the herd. The choice to walk it, to stare into the void and find ourselves, is ours alone. Freedom is the only soil where authentic life can flourish. Choose to become who you are. Thank you for watching.